all week, the offense for the Giants is hoping to get back on track with the return of Malik Neighbors. His quarterback, Jackson Dart, shared his thoughts recently on getting his #1 receiver back on the field and healthy.
I mean, he's made huge plays, I feel like every time he's touched the field. So I think that for me, obviously you just love having a guy out there that changes the whole dynamic of an offense. He's so competitive. He's another element to our team that can really bring an attitude of, just the mental side, but also just like the approach of what we want to be. So he's definitely taking the right steps, and I can't wait to continue to have him out there more.
So Jackson Dart believes Malik Neighbors can be that type of game changer for the Giants in this offense. When you hear game changer, do you have another player that comes to mind where you just know that they would change an entire dynamic of an offense?
Yeah.
Manti, you're up first.
Oh, yeah. His name is Christian McCaffrey. He changes the whole dynamic for the San Francisco 49ers. And if you don't believe, done. Tehran.
That's a safe one, man.
Oh!
Hey, that's a safe one. It's easy. Offensive player.
You see how Tehran says oos when he agrees with you, and he calls you Manti. When he's
I know. It's a different term. It's like when grandmother would say your full name, you know you're in trouble.
Listen, Jalen Waddle.
Okay.
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah,
that's someone that you go into a new franchise. The Broncos were there. They were close. They felt strongly that they were missing that #1 guy. They were missing that dynamic changer to their offense, and they went out and got him. Made the trade. You acquire Jalen Waddle. He's explosive. He's electric. Sean Payton, in the way that he's able to scheme and create matchups, Jalen Waddle is the piece to get the Broncos over the hump.
Look, man, Kyle, wait, before you go, can we just re-rack the Jalen Waddle highlight tape again? These corners are fighting for their lives in these highlights. Like Maxwell Hairston on the preseason game against the Broncos, he cannot catch up. He doesn't have a fighting chance. Look at him.
Not a lot of people do, Jay.
Waddle gonna test them hamstrings.
5 yards and you're done. That's crazy.
He gonna test them hamstrings. I'm telling you.
That's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's a good one. I just had one of those moments where I was listening to Toronto. I'm like, oh, man, the Broncos are going to be really good. I got to give them a playoff spot, too. But then I got to take that team out if I give – man, I don't know. We're still a couple weeks away. I'm going to try to do one that doesn't bore Toronto because I really respect calling out a boring answer. Let me think. Josh Allen. No. You know what I'm going to do?
Again.
I'm going to do George Pickens, the very opposite of boring, because – you're like, oh, we got to look out for CD. He's so crazy, number 88. What? All right, focus on CD. Pickens will put 200 yards on you. He is an absolute maniac. He will do all of that and more. And in our quest to find something that may be different about the Dallas Cowboys this year, as it hasn't been since 1995, I don't know if they ever had two receivers as good as this on the field at the same time. Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, these guys might be more talented combined, CD and Pickens. Pickens is also this very valuable thing where if you want him locked in, Pickens has not been paid long term. And I like that for a George Pickens. I like him to be hungry and maybe a little angry. So fine, shade coverage to 88, double team 88. Pickens will destroy you. I love it, and I cannot wait to watch this passing game. And I hope Toronto's not too bored for my answer because I respect someone who's bored by an answer. I do.
I love the KB.
What's your vote? You got it?
I love the KB.
Okay,
That was
good.
great.
Okay, Manti, you have to change your answer. You don't get to pick A.J. Brown or Trey McBride or, Bijan Robinson.
I know you should pick Manti.
You can't pick any of them. Okay, wait, let's see if you guys are simpatico today. Go ahead. What do you got in your next
I got
pass?
the biggest impact on an offense, Dejon Stribling.
There it is.
Yeah, that was mine. Oh, perfect. You did it. Dejon Stribling. Aloha means goodbye.
Yeah, he's going to say sayonara to a lot of defenders. Yes, sir, there's the man. The most impactful player. I don't care what year, rookie, 8-year vet. Don't care. He's going to leave you in the dust. He's going to leave your mama crying, and he's going to leave you on his highlight tape. Dejon Stribling out of Copley High School. That's the guy right there.
That's actually now it's a fun game that we have to play. We all have to go around the table and all 32 teams one at a time say the most blatant and obvious star on each team. One that would bore people to no end, to be like, this person's a high impact player. And be like, Dak Prescott.
Hey, Hunter Henry was next, KB. Hunter Henry was next. I had him lined up. Let's go.
Yeah, Jamie, you could turn on a lot of shows that do that right now. Bengals, Jamar Chase, he really takes the top off the defense. He's a difference maker. Great. Good job. That's awesome. Good stuff. There's a lot of shows. Yeah.
But none of us are trying to make a case with the Bengals and the Bears this week for joint practice. Caught up with the Bears quarterback yesterday. Here's the interview with Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, we're here in Cincinnati, fresh off the field. Not a perfect day. You look like you're having a blast.
Yeah.
How much fun are you having this year?
Yeah, I'm enjoying. Just want to go out there and execute and, do everything coach says and execute on a high clip and high caliber. And, we had a lot of good, a bunch of explosive plays, and then we had some bad, from the teams, first team, second team. But I'm excited and ready to get this thing going.
Ben made a comment last week in our production meeting that you can make him right now.
Yeah.
What's that like for you?
Yeah, it's fun. Typically, he's not wrong. But, most of the time, he's not wrong, like I said. But if it does happen, it's in the huddle, and I gotta maybe fix a play, which that rarely happens. And then if he calls a play and it's not the perfect coverage or the coverage that we wanted, it's being able to be the big eraser, and that's what we talk about all the time. And so just kind of try and keep doing that for him and for us as a team, and excited about that.
The command for you at the line looks fantastic. What's the picture look like this year for you when you look at the coverage?
Yeah, I can actually more or less see the coverage and not necessarily be trying to figure out my drop or thinking about my drop, or not worried about the routes and things like that. Just trusting the guys, knowing where they're going to be, and then trying to put the ball in the right spot when the coverage presents itself.
How much does he put on your plate? Run game, pass protection. I know it's a lot. People may not realize.
Yep. I have small checks and things like that in the pass game. I can change protection and things like that. But Garrett handles a lot of that, just because there's so many motions and shifts that we have going on, and there's only typically about 25 seconds when you get up there, 20 seconds. And so just being able to try to control what I can control, and then each year or each camp or things like that, I get a little bit more information, a little bit more leeway to do things. And so this year he's giving me more, and it's exciting.
I just want to finish on why the chemistry feels incredible.
Yep.
Why is this bonding trip important for you guys?
Yeah, it's really important. Just being able to grow and connect, and that's something that when you get late into the season or when bad moments happen and you may go on a 2-game, 3-game losing streak, and you don't like it, it's being able to stick together and get back on the hot streak of winning and things like that. So a lot of that comes from staying together, and a lot of that comes from preseason and all of that, and us being together, hanging out on and off the field. And so we've been doing that. We've been trying to have more dinners. We've been trying to have more moments where we can hang out together and on and off the field.
You're not playing preseason, are you?
I have no idea.
No idea. All right, we'll stand by. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Stacey Dales, what a pro.
Man.
Look at how comfortable Caleb Williams is talking to her and disclosing so much about how this Bears offense is going to operate this season. What expectations, though, do we have? Tron, I'm going to ask you first. Tron Armstead at the table with us for GMFB this hour and next. Tron, you watch Caleb Williams now flourish on this team. What are your expectations for 2026?
They're high, really high, Jamie. I spent 3 days with the Bears in the meeting rooms, on the practice field, like really closely with those guys.
When? Recently?
Last week.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. I was all in the everything.
Cool.
So I was close eye view. I walked away impressed. Ben Johnson, first, alone, he's a leader of men. He is fierce. He's direct. He brings his guys along like they want to play for him. Those guys will run through a wall for Ben Johnson. Caleb Williams, his maturation, his level of professionalism, his ownership of what he's about to do, and just taking ownership of this Chicago Bears franchise, he is all about it. His process has sped up. He is diagnosing defenses at the line. He's controlling protection, things that I didn't necessarily see last year. Caleb is taking strides in his game. And listen, I am very high on Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears.
Cool.
I think what's interesting about the Bears heading into this season is starting to take shape for me. What I mean by that is that the offense is starting to look like the offense that Ben Johnson is used to. When you see what he did in Detroit and, Amon-Ra St. Brandt, well, Luther Burden is that Amon-Ra for me. And the two-headed monster they had running back with Gibbs and Montgomery, well, they got Swift and Monungai, and you know with Laporta and what they had at tight end, the pass catching tight end, now they have Colston Loveland. So year 2, that picture not only for Caleb is starting to settle in a little bit, but I think more so for Ben Johnson is getting a little bit clearer as to what he's comfortable with. And that's a scary thing if you are opponents and defenses that are going to go against this offense. I think it's important also that, Teron, you said the maturation of Caleb Williams. You know, coming out of college, you heard a lot about stuff at USC. He had the penthouse. He wanted to be a partial owner of something. And then the book came out of like his parents or somebody didn't want him to go to the Bears. When you look at Caleb this year, can I just say he just looks like a football guy? Yeah. He just looks like a guy that wants to play ball. Absolutely. And he loves ball. And that gets me excited about the Chicago Bears. That, KB, gets me excited about somebody like Caleb Williams, because you would expect somebody who's been on the cover of Madden to kind of feel himself a little bit. But the only thing that he cares about is winning and getting to know his teammates and his coach on a higher and better level. So I'm really impressed with what I've seen from the Chicago Bears so far, KB.
Yeah, listen, it's really impressive, Caleb, and the fact that he ends that season last year and says that we really haven't done much. It's exactly the attitude you want. Here's the thing. When Ben Johnson says his goal is to have the highest scoring offense ever, the concern is that they're going to have the highest scoring offense ever to win games. Guys, I know it's not fun to talk about, and looking at these two is where everybody wants to go. There is no Bears fan alive who is not nervous about the defense. Let me just give you some facts right here. On right, he is now a New York Jet. Tremaine Edmonds, he's now a New York Giant. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he is now a Buffalo Bill. The top 4 are all gone. Not even 1 for 4 staying on the defense. And the Bears knew that, and so they said, you know what we're going to do? Let's go out and spend money on an ascending defensive back from the Super Bowl champs. Kobe Bryant, bring him in, pay him the contract, hurt, out for months. Okay, well, let's draft a safety as well. Dylan Thieneman. This is who we're putting a lot of hope in if you're a Bears fan. A rookie safety. That's a dangerous gambit, guys. He may be good. I know he's really athletic and fast. He is a neophyte. He's never been out there. There is no veteran safety next to him who's been the all-pro and all. None of that. The 4 leading guys are gone. And you say, well, we just rely on our pass rush. The pass rush has not been great. Okay? I like Montez Sweat. He had double-digit sacks. He's a good veteran player. But, like, the secondary is concerning, not to even to mention Jaquan Brisker. The guys departing are concerning. The Kobe Bryant injury, it's a safety who's like, I like Caleb too. It's much fun to talk about. It's more fun to talk about Caleb and Rome and all those guys. They can score 40 points a game. Are they going to have to win 40-39? The defense is a concern. I'll just put that out there. And it's, you got to eat your vegetables if you want to have your ice cream. And Caleb is the ice cream. I'm worried about the vegetables.
KB, I definitely hear and understand your point. The defense is more concerning than the offense, no question about it. But it's a point here. And Manti knows this. He played for this man. Yeah, Dennis. Dennis Allen. The defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, if we go back and look through his career as a defensive coordinator, he has led top 5 defenses in takeaways year after year. It's schematic. It's on purpose. It's intentional. So these guys a lot of these guys that you named that are not there anymore, those were career years for those guys too, playing in this game, having opportunities to take the ball away. The Bears will be fine on defense. I agree with you. It's a much more talented offense than it is defense when you look at the roster. But Dennis Allen finds a way to put guys into position to be successful.
The Bears are mind-bending to me. Kyle, I feel like I want to know what you're doing here, which is you're trying to tear them down. You know, like you're like, look at the defense is making me question things. I sit here and I listen to Manti and Teron and Kyle talk all the time, and I'm constantly workshopping my playoff lists. Like it's just AFC, NFC. I just have it dialed up. I just do the columns, and as I'm talking, I'm like, well, I got to move this team now. Kyle talking about the Bears defense right now is stressful. It makes me want to question it. Then all of a sudden he's going to have one of the division. So I just do not know how to digest this team. And the NFC is quite disconcerting. It's quite confusing. And that's just the North alone. All right. What about the East? Things did not go great last